Hey guys, Jen Hilman here. Thanks so much for joining me today as I show you 3 of my favorite stretches for helping to ease and reduce sciatic pain. So if you are one of those people that is struggling with chronic low back pain, hip pain, or sciatic pain shooting down your leg, these stretches that I'm about to show you are going to be easy to approach and increase in the depth and the amount of stretch that you're going to get. And by practicing these stretches just a few minutes every day, you can reduce or even eliminate your chronic hip and sciatic pain. So go ahead and like this video, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our new channel here. This is the new home for Jen Hilman videos. So please subscribe, add your name to the list. And we are going to start our practice sitting on the mat. I hope you will stay tuned till the end of this video, as I'm also going to be listing the top 3 ways to help prevent sciatic pain in the future. All right, so to begin, you're going to start sitting on your mat and bring the soles of your feet together. Then holding onto your ankles, I want you to lift up through your spine, pull back with your arms so you draw your chest forward and lift up. So you can hug your belly up and in here as you grow tall in your spine. Keep your chest lifted and your heart reaching forward as you take an inhale, lift up through your spine. Then exhale and hinge just a few degrees forward. You want to keep your spine long and your chest lifted, heart reaching forward, shoulders reaching back. Take one more inhale here as you lift and lengthen through your spine. Then exhale and fold your body forward, letting your head, neck, and shoulders release, dropping down towards the floor. Take a few deep breaths here as you stretch, starting to feel some stretch and some opening along the inner thighs as well as the back of your hips. And here is where I will give you my first tip for avoiding sciatic pain. And one thing you can do is simply taking a 15 to 20 minute walk. Really getting some movement and some blood circulating through your hips and your legs is going to help a lot with reducing and preventing chronic sciatic pain from creeping up on you. One of the major contributors to sciatic pain is constantly sitting. And if you're sitting at your desk and you're sitting at your car driving to and from work and you're sitting at the dinner table and you're sitting on the couch, we just spend so much time sitting. So by getting out and taking a walk, just a few minutes, 15-minute walk around the block or taking a 20-minute walk on the treadmill, that movement, that mobility is going to help prevent that chronic hip pain from creeping up on you, all right? So that is one helpful tip. Go ahead and inhale, slowly rolling yourself all the way back up. And now you can rock back on your hips and bring your feet flat on the floor. So I'm going to turn so you can see me a little bit better here. As you lean back, you can place your hands flat down behind you and lift up through your spine. And we'll start with the right side, crossing your right ankle over your left knee. Now you want to try and press that right knee open to the side so it's not just hugging up towards your shoulder. Try and keep that knee open. Then from here, lift up through your spine. So already that's going to take the stretch right down into that right hip. So you can stay right here. But as things start to relax and release and soften up a little bit, you can draw your left heel forward a little bit more, kind of drawing your heel in towards you. Then again, lift up through your spine. So that's the action, really lifting through the chest, finding that edge, finding that perfect stretch for you. So just breathing in here, taking one more cycle of breath, And then we'll prepare for the other side. So you can walk your left heel out, release your right leg, and then bring the left ankle across over the right knee. Right here, you can lift up in your spine. So this is maybe enough stretch for some people. If your hips are very tight, this might be enough. But of course, if you want to take it deeper, if you have a little more range of motion, you can start drawing that right heel in towards your hip, closing that angle, and lifting up through your spine. So we'll just take a couple more cycles of breath here, you guys, taking your time, going nice and slow. And I'm going to give you my second tip for preventing sciatic pain. And of course, that is going to be stretching. You guys, you're already doing it. So congratulations. Yes. So really, just a few minutes of stretching every day is going to make a dramatic increase in reducing your pain. And then once you keep up with those stretches, it's going to help prevent that pain from coming back, which is what we're looking for, right? All right, let's slowly release coming out of that stretch. And I'll just tell you guys, we're going to move on to a pigeon pose, but that is a pretty intense posture. So what you can do as a modifier is to come onto your back, basically doing the same thing we just did sitting, crossing the right ankle over the left knee, and then drawing that left knee up and in. So you can try that on both sides if your pigeon pose is not happening, right? So this is a modifier for those of you that are still working with really tight hips. All right, but as you do feel ready to move into your pigeon pose, you can come forward to a tabletop position. Then reach your right foot forward like a lunge. And then walk your right toes across the left side of your mat. You're going to eventually bring your shin down to the floor. And the goal is to bring your shin parallel to the front of your mat. Now that might not happen today, so you might need to bend your knee a little bit more. That's totally fine. So you just find where it works for your body. Then the aim is to circle that left hip all the way around. You know, we want to just hang out sitting on the right side. You want to try and keep that left hip coming all the way around until you're here in this pigeon pose. So, you know, just going to find where it works for you. And sometimes I hear a lot from people, this pigeon pose is impossible, it's never going to happen. And if that's where you're at today, don't worry. Just do the reclining version, lying on your back, just like I showed you before. So that's the perfect place to practice and loosen things up until your body is ready to move into these deeper variations. So just remember to breathe here, softening through your breath. That's going to help you to release that tension through your hips. Then slowly we're going to come out. Easy movement. Just shift over onto the right hip. Then you can make your way back into your tabletop position. Okay, so just making slow transitions. Then we're going to bring that left foot forward. Heel toe your foot across to the right side of your mat. And then slowly we're bringing that knee and shin all the way to the floor. So you find making any adjustments that you need until you find that positioning that works for your body. And then again, we're bringing the right hip forward. We want to square the hips as best as you can. So just take your time in setting up your pose. And once you arrive, then settle into your breath. Some deep, steady breathing here. Whew, yes, just allowing yourself to melt towards the earth, softening into those hips, working into those places where it's tight. So we'll just take a couple more breaths here. And before we move on to the next phase of our practice, I'll give you my third and final tip for preventing sciatic pain. And this is a really easy one, you guys, is simply taking a hot bath and incorporating hot baths into your regular self-care routine. So shift yourself over onto your left hip. We're going to go ahead and swing that right leg around and come back into your sitting position. And I will just close by saying that, taking a hot salt bath with Epsom salt or other kinds of bath salts can help to draw toxins and buildup out of your body, allowing you to improve your circulation and detox through your heart, through your lungs, through your lymph nodes. So a hot bath is very therapeutic, very relaxing, and can help to reduce and prevent chronic pain from creeping up on you. All right, so before we close here, just take a couple of deep breaths in your sitting position. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center and just acknowledge yourself. Give yourself some credit for taking time to practice and care for your body today. Give yourself a little love and acknowledgement here. Thank you so much for following along and for allowing me to be your guide. I hope that you have found these stretches to be helpful. I hope that you can implement some of these preventative techniques. And please do leave your comments below. Let me know how you're feeling after this practice. And of course, any feedback that you have, we always love to hear from you guys. So thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos coming your way, and we will see you next time. Namaste.